the show. My name is Ernst George, aka EG. You are on my Booster Motivation YouTube channel, and you are watching a live training session. As we got one every morning, every day, we got live training sessions. So I welcome you to this live training session with me, Ernst George, aka EG. I'm the host on this channel, but I'm not the only one person who work on this channel. I got staff working on behalf of me. I got a bunch of people that working behind the scene that you don't see. So all these people together team up with me to serve you, to provide you insights, knowledge, information that you need to succeed. So anytime you get a chance to stop by, you will find me here. I will be talking about money and how to become successful. My Booster Motivation is the only YouTube channel in the world that provide free live training session that can empower you, that can help you change your life, give you the tools necessary to get your life together and give your life a new direction. If you are a young person, you want to become an entrepreneur, you are at the perfect place. If you already an entrepreneur, you are experiencing some hardship, some difficulty, you are at the right place. This is what my Booster Motivation is. We are everyday life, okay, to provide you information, knowledge, insights that you need to succeed. So if you see me driving, is part of the gig. This is all I do it because I travel every day from one place to another place, and by the time I'm moving from one place to another place, so I'm here to give you the knowledge and information that you need to succeed. So today, as I'm heading to the airport, so I'm gonna catch a plane I'm going to Arlington, Texas, one of the great cities I like. Okay, it's a beautiful place for real estate. It's a booming place. So by the time I'm traveling, I'm driving to the airport, so I will provide you one of the best show I never made, and this live training session, one of the best live training session I never realized so far. This is what's going to happen. Why not? Because I'm answering different questions I have from different viewers, different people who visit my Booster Motivation and leave me comments and questions. So I have to answer them. So one of the most common questions that I received in the last 2-3 weeks, it's all about funding. Even before I made some video about acquisition, or to acquire a new business if you don't want to start a business from scratch, but I still receive people send me a question about funding. So you ask, I will answer your questions, because I decided to do this show like this today because this is what I'm going to do exactly in Texas. All right, so the title for this video is Pitch Deck, the art of solving business funding problem. There it is. I provide you the art of solving your business funding problem throughout a pitch deck. So pitch deck, this is what I'm going to do right now on Texas. So I'm traveling this morning to come back later on in New York. So I'm going exactly to do a presentation. So let's get into it. Without wasting your time and my time, I know your time is precious. So if you give me 55 minutes to 1 hour, I will give you the best knowledge necessary you need to go out there and make some money. Because each live training session I do on YouTube live, it's a game changer for whom we want to learn, for whom we want to take action. This live training session is not for everybody. They're not gonna touch everybody, because not everybody want to become successful, want to succeed in life. They are for only people like you who want to see change in their life, who want to become successful. So let's get inside the subject that you can take the best of it and you can enjoy this training session. So what is a deck? A pitch deck is also known as an investor pitch deck. Okay, they call it exactly. They call it from another. There's another expression to call pitch deck. They call it a startup pitch deck, because most of the company that open pitch deck, okay, are startup. But pitch deck is not a tool only for startup, but it's suitable for startup. But it's not only for startup, it's for any kind of business. You can be in a business, you've been on the marketplace, and your business was small, and you want to grow your business, you want to take your business to the next level, and you organize a pitch deck. So what is a pitch deck? A pitch deck, in reality, is an activity where business people, okay, where business people organize founders of the business, okay, organize a presentation. They're doing a presentation in front of some potential investors, some people they're targeting as potential investors, people who are suitable, okay, who are people who they know have perhaps capital and ready to invest in a business. So during this presentation, what they do, they put the business model in front of the potential investors. We call them prospect at this level. So the presentation is a PowerPoint presentation. They will do a PowerPoint presentation accompanying with a verbal presentation. Nothing is more convincing than you talk one-on-one to a person. Face-to-face is suitable, as there is a pandemic now, so you can do Zoom, or you can do use any Zoom or Skype or WebEx or any platform that you use is suitable for you, or Google Hangout got a new Google Hangout that's really powerful to do video presentation. So you can use them, and what you do this presentation on a PowerPoint accompanied with a verbal presentation, and then you try to convince these persons, okay, these potential investors, you try to convince them, okay, to come join you in your business venture as potential shareholders or partners, okay? So that they can, okay, make some profit on the investment along the way, and they can when they invest in your business model, they will be able to do some compound interest, leverage the capital, and make some profit along the way. This is what a pitch deck is about. And why, when you do this presentation, okay, your main goal as a business founder, okay, your main goal is, okay, to have the possibility, okay, to convince the potential investors, your future investors, to put money, okay, funding your business, okay, convince them to bring money into your business by having in your mind at the beginning, okay, in terms of plateau of funding. So what amount of money you want to raise, what amount of capital you want to raise to grow your business, this is what you're going to do in this presentation. So keep in mind, you should have a clear, precise, amount of money in your mind. As I said in the previous live session yesterday, you should have a burning desire, a definite purpose with a clear and vivid picture in your mind about what you want to do and what you want to do in life. So if you go into the pitch deck, okay, you should have a clear vision about how much money you want to raise. Most of the time, you will be able to raise more than what you expect. But it's better to have a high expectation than to have a low expectation, because some investors, they might be very careful in the beginning to give you a minimum capital and to watch what you're doing and how you perform in the future in the next 3 to 6 months before they put the real money in your business. So have in mind to get a specific amount of money, specific amount of capital that you want people to contribute. Okay, you want these potential investors to take part in your company for this amount of capital. So you got a clear idea what is a pitch deck is. So now you understand that you can raise capital. You can raise millions of dollars, okay, if you know how to do a pitch deck. Drinking some coffee, right? Before, keep in mind, if you're doing a pitch deck, make sure that your company is under 100 investors. Because if it's more than 100 investors, you have to go by the legal regulation, and you will not be able to do the pitch deck by yourself. You will have to hire a company to do it for you, because you are about to go public. It's another arena. So under 100 investors, okay, and you don't do any advertising on newspaper, and you gotta try to connect with the potential investors one-to-one by email or send them mail, not any advertising about what you're doing. If you're doing any advertising and what you're doing, you will be in trouble with the law, because you going public with your you raising capital publicly. So you have two ways to do it: one-on-one contact, send mail, send email to the investors, or you can go on some online platform that what we call crowdfunding, and try to reach people through that route, which is totally legal. And by through crowdfunding, you might have more people invest in your company, because it's a peer-to-peer funding. But this subject, online funding, is for another video. Let's stick on the pitch deck presentation, physical presentation. You go in a place, you meet people, and you're doing your presentation, and deal done, and you get funding. So what you should put in your pitch deck, okay? What you should put on your pitch deck to convince people to join you in your business venture. Very important. Remember, I told you that a pitch deck is a PowerPoint presentation supporting by verbal presentation. So the stake in this action is the PowerPoint presentation. So if you're going to use this technique to get funding, you're going to use a pitch deck to get funding, it's important that you know how to prepare your presentation. So when you're doing a PowerPoint presentation for a pitch deck, it's suitable that you do not exceed 11 slides, okay? 11 slides in your presentation. The first slide is an overview. An overview about your company. That means you give a precise, short description of the company. Okay, an overview. This is the most important slide in your pitch deck, because most of the investors, they will turn their back on you in less than 5 minutes. So your first slide, which the overview of your company, should be catchy, should be precise, and you should use a convincing language. Tell the people exactly what they want to hear, because you want to cut their attention. So it's the first slide. The second slide, is all about the problem. So you present the problem that is in the market that you identify. So you present a problem. As I said, precise, simple, and convincing. The third slide should be the opportunity. Now, as there is a problem, as you are a subscribers or a viewers from my Booster Motivation, you come many times, you already know all my live training session are always talking about when you go on the marketplace, you want to become wealthy and successful, you have to put some product and service on the marketplace, and your product and service should solve people's problem. You are a problem solver. That's why people want to pay you max cash, max money. They want to take out the credit card from their wallet to pay you because you solve their problem. So the third slide in your pitch deck is, the second slide in your pitch deck is you identify a problem. So you put exactly what is on the problem, and then the third slide is where you come from, where you bring the best of you in the third slide. So you said, because there is a problem here, if this problem can be solved, there's a problem here that needs to be solved. Therefore, the need to solve this problem represent a huge opportunity. So your third slide should be opportunity. You will describe clearly what opportunity is sitting there, because there is a problem, or there's a problem here, and then if this problem can be solved, the problem solver will benefit some huge opportunity just by solving this problem. Just by solving this problem. So this is where you are. You are at this point, you do an overview of your company, short resume. You do an overview of your company. You identify a problem on the second slide, and the third slide, you identify the opportunity that is hiding behind this problem. So in the fourth slide, what you do, you present the solution. You are a problem solver. So you see the problem, and you present some potential element of solution. You present to the potential investors, your prospect in this case, you present them a clear, precise, narrative about the solution for this problem. So keep it short, keep it organized, and you show them the possibility, to solve the problem. Now, if you want to solve a problem, and that exists in society, which we call the marketplace for you. Okay, if you want to solve a problem, you got to bring something to solve the problem. It's your fifth, okay, slide, your number 5 slide in your presentation. Okay, you have to come with a solution. So you identify the problem and you give the narrative about the element of solution that it's required to solve the problem. So in the 5th slide, you present what tool you will use to solve the problem. In your case, in any business people case, it's a product or a service that you will put on the marketplace to solve the problem. Okay, you come with a product and a service, depending on your company, product or service, that you will use to solve the problem. Be short, be precise, and try to convince the most possible in your slide. Okay, so number 5 in your presentation, slide number 5, okay, you present product or service that will solve the problem. Now, number 6, you got to present a business model. Okay, now to solve this problem, you must have this business model. Okay, the business model will show the investors in your 6th slide, number 6 in your slide. You will show to the investors, okay, a business model that is innovative, that is creative, that will solve the problem by putting a product or service on the marketplace. But this product or service that you will put on the marketplace must be administered, must be managed, okay, must be distributed, okay, you must have a clear network of distribution. You must have a marketing system, an administrative system, a financial system. So you present them a business model that will have all these things inside, so that they can see exactly what you're up to, okay, in terms of organization, in terms of corporation, if they will see if what you said you will do, if you have the ability to do it. So this is what your business model is, and the presentation is the mean, okay, the goal of your business model is to show them your ability to manage the fund. Okay, and slide number 7, you will talk about the competition. Okay, don't try to fool your potential investor. They know you are not the only person in the world that see the problem, and you are not the super genius. Excuse me, drink some coffee. Sorry, you are not a super genius that will solve all the world problem. So they have other people as you, as smart as you, okay, as sharp as you, okay, that are these people are in the marketplace. They are looking for opportunity like you are, and sometimes these people are shark, okay. They are ready to destroy, especially new start of business, because they want to control the market. So you gotta show to the investors in terms of competition what is out there for your business model, for the product and the service that you will put on the marketplace. You gotta show them an exact diagnostic, okay, about the competition. What the competition looks like, okay, what the competition looks like. Very important that you do that, okay. So keep it short, press as with the most precision that you can find, in your narrative and explain them what the competition is. If you got numbers, you can put some numbers here because you want them to see clear, because all investment, okay, are subject to loss. Okay, people can lose money in an investment. As a responsible business owner and a responsible person that want to go to business, your goal is never lose money. Okay, you will do your best to never lose your money, then never lose your investors' money in the first hand. But sometimes things happen that are out of control from you. Okay, things happen you're not controlling in society, and when that happens, you might lose money. Like if you were investing in 2019, early 2020, you will never imagine we will have COVID-19 and this pandemic, the economy will shut down and business will lose money, and a lot of business, not only startup business, but well-established business are closed. They are bankrupt because something happened out of their control. So you got to tell people exactly what is about. You don't want to give them false narrative, and you don't want to give them any surprise, right? You want them to be alert, and you want them to know exactly what is about, okay, what they can expecting when they invest money with you on the first hand. So tell them about the competition. Now, and number 8, your 8th slide and your presentation, you will talking about the value. Okay, remember, if you were watching the live session yesterday, I put a lot of emphasis about value and about have a pleasing personality and a good heart if you want to become a successful person. So value is important. You have to show your potential investor the value of the business that you invite them in, and that you try to convince them to put money on it, okay, to funding your business, and they can become shareholders in your company. You got to show them the value for the company. Your company should have a value, okay? It's not enough to solve problem by put out there some product and a service if what you're doing has no value, okay? You should create a valuable company. People, the customer base, okay, they should trust your brand. They should see value in what you offer them, okay? That's why since you start raising capital, okay, you should have a clear vision about the value that your company should represent. So you have to put value as important as competition. So the value section in your presentation will show the investors why customer choose to spend money, buy product or service from your company than your competition, because you offer them more value than the competition, and that's why they will walk a couple blocks down to go to your store instead of go to your next door competition. Okay, this is what value represents, and give them a marketing plan. Marketing plan is it's one of the most important part of the pitch deck. You got to show them where the customer will come from. Are you going to attract customers to this business model? Okay, what strategy you will use? Okay, what is your customer base avatar? How they look? What kind of people they are? How they spend their money? Okay, people that you are targeting are, okay, how much money they make, how much money they make on a year, okay? What their annual income, okay? How much they spend in a year, what their spending habit, okay? Why they will have to buy your product, okay? What strategy you will use to target them, okay? So you got to put everything from social media marketing, traditional marketing, post-mail, postcard, email, advertising on TV, on radio, depend off your business model and depend off your customer base, okay? Face-to-face, one-on-one, presentation, all kind of thing, but you got to show to the investors, to the potential investors, and your number 9 slide and your 11 slide and the PowerPoint presentation and your pitch deck, you got to show to the investors your potential marketing plan and how effective the tools that you will use is to guarantee that customer will come in the business and that you will make money and your investors will not lose money. Very, very important that you put this type of information in front of your customer base. In front of your customer base. Very important that you put this information. And the 10th slide, okay, number 10 in your slide presentation pitch deck, okay, or investor pitch deck or startup pitch deck, okay. The number 10 is your team. Who is on the company? Who is your team? Who is guarantee the investment? Who will manage the operation? Who will orchestrate, okay, the tempo inside the company? Excuse me, I'm drinking some coffee. Okay, who are the person that work with you? What kind of team you have? If these people are reliable, if some members on your team have been invested in other company, failing company, if these people have been filing bankruptcy for different time in the past, okay, what if they have an investment track record? What is on their investment track record? If these people are credible, that's why you have to give them a clear vision about who is on your team, okay? This is credibility about who is on your team. It's important that you tell them exactly who is on your team. The second reason that you should include your team member, okay? Your team member in your pitch deck presentation. The second reason is if you have, okay, somebody in your team which is a major player, okay, a guy or a woman who've been in the marketplace for years and who've been successful in other company, and these individual will be a superstar for your company. I mean, a superstar, a person that his credibility, his name will attract people. Okay? A person who been in a startup before or who been working for a big company that want to jump in a business venture more personal, more limited, that he can prove himself by going a big business with a small company. So this, in some cases, it's for credibility, but in other case, it's to show people this individual already trusts me, so you can trust me as well. Okay, this is what important in your team. You might have a team member that his presence only guarantee you funding because he got a track record on the marketplace and he's a trustworthy person. Okay? It's a person of integrity, credibility, and people, when people see his name associated with yours, they already know that you are on a serious business, you are a serious person, and you are about to do a serious job in your business venture. So let's go to the last slide, the 11th slide in your pitch deck presentation. You have to present them the financials operation. You got to give them, okay, a short resume about how you will operate the financials operation. Okay, this part, make sure that this part is 100% correct. Repeat, make sure that this part is 100% correct. Make sure that this part have been viewed and analyzed by a specialist in financial area, accounting, financial people, economists, depending on the size of your company. People who know how to play in business, that they can give you a SWOT analysis, okay, or to operate business and how to manage business in term of operation. So understand, it's important that you give them a clear definition about the financial operation. And believe me, when you give a pitch deck to some potential investors, the first thing they will do is throw out the calculator, okay, play with these numbers. They will take a look at the first slide, overview, your business model, and they will spend more time on the 11th slide, which is your financial operation. So now let me tell you what you should never put in your pitch deck, okay? Never put that in your pitch deck, okay? Because of two things, okay? You don't want to give too much information to your potential investors, okay? Remember, the people you are dealing with, your potential investors, in most of the case, these people are business people. These people have funding, and these people, most importantly, they have contact. They know people. They know players. If you give them too much information, they might steal your idea. You got to protect yourself. They might steal your business idea and take it for them, and actually it's like you give your competitor everything you know about business. You got to pay attention to the way you do your pitch deck, to do not give away for free your business model to some shock investors. Understand that you give them a few information, not too much. So what I'm saying, do not give them a lengthy first slide. That's why don't not put too much information, okay, in your first slide, okay. Go straight forward. Give them a clear picture about what you want to say, not too much. Precise and short. It's important that it's short, precise and very short. You don't want to give them too much, not much, okay? Important that you do that, okay? I'm telling you one more time. It's important, okay, that you give them a lengthy slide on the first hand, your first slide, that don't give them too much information. Do not give them too much technical details. Some people, they will start asking you some very details, okay, very key question for them to steal your idea, okay. When they ask you too much details, tell them, yeah, for the time being, this is the type of information I can give you, but when you become an investor, you will be able to see the whole picture, okay. Make sure that You let them know that you know the game. Okay, you don't get they don't steal your stuff, right? Okay, avoid animation in your slideshow. Don't put too much animation in your slideshow. So don't put too much information in a slideshow. Okay, you're not doing a video and animate stuff, right? You're doing a pitch deck. Very important that you understand that. Don't give people too much information. You don't want to know too much about what you're doing, and avoid to put animation. You don't want them to take you for a clown, so you give them too much information. So your template, okay, your PowerPoint template should be simple as possible, as clear as possible. Most of the time with white background. Okay, you don't want a PowerPoint presentation where the background have images that can be a distraction, that can put the investors pay more attention to what is on the background of your slideshow, of the slide presentation, than what is in the presentation. Okay, avoid too many slides. I already give you these tips. You put 11 slide. That's the best way to get it work for you. So don't put too much. So too many slides, it's not a good idea. Stick in what I tell you, 11 slide. No images, please. Okay, you're not doing an Instagram or Facebook or photo album. Okay, you don't do that, right? You don't put any picture at all in your presentation. Okay, because they're not investors yet, they are potential investors. If you have to use images, okay, make sure that you use the most images that you have to use is graph, okay, presentation. And if it's an area, okay, where the problem is hard to explain, you need a picture to back the problem. You got a precise picture that show the problem, or you got a special picture that show the solution. Not much. Okay, please do not put picture of the people from your team. Okay, if you're doing that, nobody will take you seriously. They will think that you're doing fast advertising. So understand, it's important that you do that. Okay, see, I stopped. Now I'm looking for the guy, waiting for the guy to open to open the gate for me, that I can put my car to catch the plane. So we are more quiet. So if you see the tone goes down, we are more quiet to talk right now. So it's a more quiet space to talk right now. So I tell you everything to avoid, right? Don't avoid this thing, because you don't want to get rejected. Most of potential investors will not spend more than 5 minutes with you. So you got to cut their attention really precisely and give them the most information necessary that you can. They leave the pitch deck, okay, they leave the presentation early, but they can call you and give you the funding necessary that you need for your business. So other tips, doing your pitch deck, right? Don't talk as long as I'm talking here, because this is a live training session. I am training you. I give you the training. I want to give you as much information necessary. I use a teaching, okay, a teaching skill, okay, to talk to you, because I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not convincing you. I'm educating you. I give you a educational speech, right? An educational narrative. But in a pitch deck, you're not doing that. You are doing a sales presentation. You try to sell your company. You try to sell your business model to other people, that they can bring their hand in the wallet and they can bring fun into your company. So you got to use limited words. Keep it short, okay? Don't use long phrases, and don't use, okay, difficult vocabulary. Use everyday word and common sense word. Okay, the only words that can be difficult in your pitch deck are technical words that are specific with the subject that you're talking about. So it's important that you tell a story. When you do a presentation, okay, always try to tell you a story. To tell a story. Story catch people's attention, right? Let's say that when I start this live training session, I'm traveling every day, okay? I'm traveling every day. I do this live session every day. So every day I move from one place to another place. But in the beginning, I precisely, because I want you to understand the concept of a pitch deck, I precisely tell you where I'm going. I tell you I'm about to go to the airport to catch a plane because I'm going to Arlington, Texas. This is where, okay, this is a beautiful, I tell you, it's a beautiful town, beautiful place in the in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's a real estate boom. This is where deals happen. Okay, I did that on purpose because this is the this is a technique of a pitch deck. By the beginning of this live training presentation, I grab your attention to tell you that I'm pretty busy and this is what I'm doing and I got stuff to do. I'm doing this presentation for you. You better get it right now and take me seriously because I don't have time to waste. I got other stuff to do. And I show you that I'm pretty busy. This is a pitch deck. It's a story. The story is I'm going somewhere and I'm busy. You got to take me seriously. Okay? You got to tell people a story in your pitch deck. So your company will solve a problem. Your company is about to solve a problem on the marketplace. You got to shape this narrative into a story because, okay, let's say you create a company that producing clothing, startup that's selling clothing online. Okay, many companies sell clothes. Clothing is not a new stuff, right? But you want to sell clothes for kids, and you want to target kids from inner city, okay, kids from low income family area, and then you shape your pitch deck as a new way, okay, to dress kids from low income area, give them decency, okay, give them dignity throughout the line of clothing that is cheap and high quality. So, and then you shape a story. Even if you're poor, even if you come from inner city, even if you come from a low-income family, even if you're a kid, you can be a fashionable person living with pride and dignity. You see that? My pitch deck for a simple sell clothes, okay? My pitch deck is about a clothing business. Now, I change the story I use to pitch deck my clothing business. Now, it's associated with a clothing business that is empower people from low income community. Actually, my clothing business become a social business for fashion. That means I want people from all income to be fashionable. I want to bring value, dignity. I want to lift up people from low income community. You see, tell a story inside your pitch deck. Make your pitch deck telling a story. It's pretty nice. Remember, I tell you, I need between 55 minutes and 1 hour from you. It's already 49 minutes, so I'm about to finish pretty soon. Let me go faster that I can give you all the information that I prepared for you. Be clear about your business need, okay? If your business gonna need a lot of funding, if you will need your investor to left their money for 1 to 3 years without withdraw the money, you gotta tell them that in the beginning. So you got to tell them my business model take time to grow. You got to give the business a chance by leaving your capital for a lap of time, for a period of time that we can grow. So you got to tell them that straight in the beginning. And everything I said in the beginning, this is the most important thing to remember. When you're doing a pitch deck to potential investors, never give them the PowerPoint version of your pitch deck. I repeat, if you're sending your pitch deck presentation before the investor come to your presentation, which is I don't like, but some big investors, they will not come to your pitch deck if they don't have any idea what you're going to talk about, because they don't want to waste the time. So it's a must for them that you send the pitch deck presentation before they even come, right? So if you're facing a situation like that, yeah, or if you got you don't know people, you target people by email, you're phishing some potential investor, so you got to send them the information. Make sure that you send the information on PDF version. Why? If you give them the PowerPoint presentation, you give away your company. Okay? You give away your business model. The only thing they have to do is replace the name, and then boom, bow, boom. They're ready to take your business model and sell it and call their friends to put fun on it and go on the marketplace, and you will see the company that you've been wasting time, make some research about it, is up and running, and you are out. You've never been part of the company. They will not even hire you as an employee. So never ever give them your PowerPoint presentation. Give them the PDF version. That's not mean you will limit people to steal your idea, because some people, they will pay, some investors who got money, they will pay other people, okay, to redo a PowerPoint presentation, okay, from this PDF, because they are already there. They can do a copy paste, but it takes time for them. So you might be able to get funding and up and running, registered, okay, your company. If it's a trademark, you might be already registered your trademark, things like that. So you get yourself covered in terms of time. Understand that. Never give a PowerPoint version. Give them a PDF version. Normally, busy people, you will limit them to steal your ideas, because the idea to see a PowerPoint, a PDF version, and the amount of time it will take them, the cost it will take them to hire somebody to redo it for them, they can give up and go on another presentation and expect to find somebody so vulnerable to give them the PowerPoint version. So as My Booster Motivation followers, as My Booster Motivation subscribers, be aware that you know what you're doing, and never give away your PowerPoint presentation to a prospect investors. So what I didn't say, ensure that the pitch deck is clear and clean. When I say clear and clean, okay, you use a direct style of communication. Okay, you don't use an interrogative style. Okay, you use a direct style. Okay, straight shooter, speak straight, tell the things the way they're supposed to say it, the way that you're supposed to say them, and be precise. Don't put too much information, too much line of text inside the slide. The slide can be not narrow with too much information. Make it ugly and narrow and lugubrious. So you make it clean and clear as precise possible. So that, make sure that your pitch deck is like that. Okay. And then if you do the pitch deck, right, and some investors, they need more information, make sure that you got a book this size, right? Make sure that you got a lot of supporting information, and you can give them, say, oh, how can they, when they ask you, how can I be sure what you said? You say, oh, I got this supporting document, and you give it like 500 pages, 1,000 pages. This is the supporting document about what I said. The supporting document you have available will show them that you are serious about what you're doing, and most of the time they won't go in your supporting document because they know that if you can spend your time to have 500 pages supporting document for the pitch deck, that's when you know what you're doing. This is a very convinced way, okay, a convinced tactic to let them know, if I can do that, man, I'm not serious. You got to put money here because I'm in business. So this is what you do in your pitch deck. Okay, I'm about to leave you right now. So let me see. Let me track my co-partner. Okay, like, yeah, it's not far. So we got a couple of minutes. So let's see where to find those potential investors. You got a pitch deck. I teach you how to do the pitch deck, what to put on the pitch deck, what to do not put on the pitch deck, okay? And why you need a pitch deck, as a what kind of company need a pitch deck, or to find investors, where you should find investors, okay, what you should put on the presentation to target investors, potential investors, and those prospect investors, where you can find them, who they are. Okay, what is the profile? What is the avatar of an investor? An investor is most likely somebody who already doing good in business, or somebody who been working for years and have a saving, a retirement plan, and they feel comfortable. Now they don't want to put the money in the bank only because the bank gonna give them less than 1% interest in the capital. So instead of leaving this money sleeping in a bank account, they want this money to be out there, that the money can work for them and give them compound interest along the years, and make them make profit and make them become richer, okay, and happier. So your potential investors, okay, they're never on your side. They're in the side. They want my money. That's why they put money in your company. That's why they fund your company, right? They fund your company, and some of them are more than that. They not only want money from them, they want share from your company. So they want to be a board member. They want to be, some people it's only for the pride. They want to sit on a board of a company that is changing the world. They want to be one of these people. So that's why they are investors. So where you going to find these potential investors? First and foremost, you got to use your inner circle. Okay, your inner circle is, the immediate inner circles. Your parents, your relative, brother, sister, stepbrother, stepsister, brother-in-law, son-in-law, people that you know. Okay, people that is connected for you. Some relatives, some close friends, people that you know for years, people that have been in the same high school, the same college with you, people that are from, if you're from different nationality, or if you got different origin, okay, if your family you have a mixed family from different origin, and you got people, fellow citizens that are the same country, they're from the same country origin with your country origin. So you can call your countryman or countrywoman and tell them, this is that can make us proud because we are the same origin. You can take part of this business venture. So yeah, this is your inner circle immediate. You contact these people and sit with them and group I suggest you don't do any meeting with a group that larger than 10 people. Okay? If you got a group larger than 10 people and you got one negative people, and this group you got 19 positive people, you might lose 19 positive people for one negative people. But if you divide this group in two groups or 10, you might find a group with one negative people that try to downgrade your pitch deck, and then end this meeting. This negative person is so convincing, okay, and this negative person actually convince other people to do not to take you seriously. You might lose 10 people, but in the other group you might find 10 positive people, you find 10 investors. Okay, so always keep in mind that you need you can find investors in your immediate inner circle, and you can find investors in your expanded inner circle, people from your same city, same town, okay, people from the same place you worship, synagogue, mosque, church. I don't know what kind of religion you might hold, what kind of system of belief you might hold, but you can find people from this expanded, people that know people you know, okay? That you got a friend, and you know your friend have a wife, brother-in-law, some siblings, some family, and first of all, you try to enroll your friend, your relative. When they're already on board as an investor in your company, you tell them, what about X? What about, like, let me take John. What about John, your brother-in-law? Do you think that he might be interested in something like that? Could you set up a meeting between you and him, that we can tell him to jump on board like you do? Okay? You go to expanding. Each person that is already invested in your company, in your immediate inner circle, you invite them to give you a list of 10 person, and you invite these 10 person in your company. So, and one of these 10 person, you invite them to give you a list of 10 people close to them, that you can reach the maximum people, okay, that you want. I said community basis. Okay, there's another technique that you can do a pitch deck. You can start a community organization base, and that inside this community you start doing a town hall business with people, and talking about the concern about a specific problem. In the case that you want to create a company that will become an iconic company for a community, and you invite people in this community to join you and to invest in your company. So this is a community-based a pitch deck business model. So I give you the maximum information that you might need to be able to do a pitch deck to attract investors in your company. So remember, try to do this group presentation, not bigger than 10 people. And one of the most effective way to do a pitch deck, informal, it's doing kitchen table between you and 2 other people, you and 5 people. So invite people to do that. If you don't know any wealthy people, that might be your case. If you live in a country where big money, okay, people are not wealthy, millionaires, you don't find millionaires on the street every day like in New York. Okay, you can see a guy buying a dollar slide of pizza with a Coke on the street, and that person worth millions of dollars. Okay, New Yorkers got money. I'm telling you. If you if you got a business idea, you want to do a pitch deck, make sure that you come in New York, because you will find a lot of investors. Back in the day, I used to believe it's California and Texas. Not anymore. Give me New York, baby. All right. So this is one of the way that you can do your pitch deck. Okay. This is very important. So last thing I have to say, because I gotta catch the plane really quick. The last thing I gotta tell you, if you can't find people like that, okay, doing what I used to do in the beginning, everyone, okay, start a business card with your company name, okay, and everyone you find, okay, every day, every week, try to set up a business meeting between you and 2 other people, you and 3 people, you and 5 people, and tell them about your company and doing in one-on-one pitch deck. Try to enroll people 1 by 1, 2 by 2, and give yourself 6 to 9 months to raise the capital. So if you don't raise your first $1 million, it's not my fault. I delivered to you in 1 hour, 6 minutes today. Okay? I give you $1 million idea. Now I want you to go out there, do your pitch deck presentation, find people. Oh, I forgot to tell you, one of the best place to find people to invest in your company, it's in a golf club, country club, Lions Club, Rotary Club, Lions Club, Rotary Club, and country club, and what else? A senior community. Or you never walk away, and those those house, or they call them, a veteran house, from people that been on the war, foreign war veteran. These people, try to contact them. Senior living community, try to take some. I always do. I always volunteer to work with people, with senior people, to help them 1 day, 2 days a month. Be volunteer to work in place like that, and you will see the senior facilities. They are expensive. People who live in a senior community, and either they've been wealthy, either the kids are wealthy. So if you go to do some volunteer job in these places, you will find people, you will meet people, you will meet the people in the family, and then always have a conversation, or put your TV on MSNBC or NBC Money or CNN Money, if you got to stay with them, and talking about money with them, talking about investment, business market, or the market react, and let them know that what you're doing, and they might give you some referral, and people might invest in your company. 1:08 minutes. I gotta go, guys. And that was a great pleasure for me. So I will see you on the next video tomorrow or tonight for another live training session. I don't know if I will have time to do that. By the time being, I wish you to have a beautiful day. I will see you tomorrow on the next live training session. That was Aaron George, aka EG. You've been in a good hand. So go out there, raise your first million, start your company. I will see you on the next live training session. Remember, we are My Booster Motivation, the only YouTube channel in the world that provide live training session, real training, not talking. Okay, we give you tools, we give you knowledge, information to become successful. If you're not successful, it's not my fault, because I give you $1 million ideas. Subscribe, share the video with other people online. We need millions views, and we'll need a new generation of millionaires, of successful people. So that's why I'm here to help you reach this goal. Ciao, ciao. See you tomorrow.